these look so delicious. Just perfect. I really outdid myself this time. Golden crust, perfect filling, just the right blend of flavour. They're going to love this. Oh, you're awake? Oh, you scared me. Give me a second. Let me put these pies down here. We wouldn't want it dropped now, would we? Oh, sorry, I didn't worry you'd be sleeping the whole day and wouldn't have the chance to eat this freshly baked pie. You know, pies deserve to be eaten fresh. There is something about the crust still being warm and crispy that makes it perfect. Wouldn't you agree? You have a few questions about who I am and where you are. Well, first things first, you're safe now, and that's the most important question. But to answer your question, I guess you can call me a hunter of sorts. And this place is my home, my little haven in the woods. What do I hunt? Oh, you know, the usual. Wild game, things that wander too far in the forest. This place is full of sorts of surprises. You have trouble remembering what happened? Here, why don't we continue our discussion during dinner? The meat pies have rested long enough and you must be so hungry after all you went through. Maybe you'll even start to remember what happened. How does that sound? What's wrong? Oh, don't tell me you're not hungry. Come on, please. I've worked so hard on this pie just for you. You don't know how much effort I put into making it perfect. Please, just one bite. You'll love it. I know you will. Thank you. Here, take a seat at the dining table and I'll grab a slice for you. I promise it's my best recipe yet. Ah, I see your curiosity is drawn to my freezer. Well, let's just say I recently had quite the successful hunt for some of the most exquisite prey, so tender, so juicy. They are now the special ingredient in this very pie I made. They were so lovely. There were two of them, in fact. Let me just seal this up, though. I'm sure the scent isn't exactly what you'd call appetizing. Now, it's time to get that slice. Here, just look at it. See how the crust flakes perfectly? So golden and buttery. It took me ages to get it perfected. And let's not forget about the filling. Ah, it's so divine, so tender, so flavourful. That deep, rich colour. It's all perfect, isn't it? Every bit melts in your mouth and the texture is so silky. You wouldn't believe how fresh it is. I mean, this was made just this morning. Everything, absolutely everything, was chosen and prepared with you in mind. You can't even taste the life in it, you know? You'll feel it too once you take a bite. It's like nothing you ever had before. Forgive me for getting carried away. I suppose my enthusiasm got the better of me. I was just so excited to share this recipe. It's personal, you see? Not many people have had the opportunity to try these kinds of things I've had. A shame, really. But you know how people can be. Such picky eaters. Through this lifestyle, though, I met some very interesting people from all over the world. For those who are curious to try something new, every once in a while I host these lavish parties. Oh, you should see them. The finest wines, the most elegant setting, and of course my 5-star courses. That's right, dear. I'm not just a hunter, I'm also a chef. But don't expect me to be like those from a flashy TV show. My reputation spreads by word of mouth. Those who come to my parties, well, they're like me. They don't just want food, they crave the experience, something they can't find in any ordinary restaurant. But you're special. You don't have to pay for this treatment. All I want to do is share it with you. Go on, indulge a little. I always love seeing people's first reactions when they taste my recipes. I can already tell by your face that you love it. Such a wonderful expression. Well then, don't keep me hanging. How does it taste? Your taste buds are correct. It's both sweet and savoury. This rich taste is unique to only this specific type of meat. Oh, no, it's not venison, but a good guess. I wonder if you really can guess what type of meat I've used. Keep guessing. Nope, it's neither boar nor some type of bird. But let me give you a hint. It's something you come across every day. You think you've had it before? Well, if you did, I would be very surprised. It's often stigmatised after all. Hey, what's wrong? Did something happen? You just dropped your silverware. Did they recognise the meat? Oh, you remember what happened? I almost forgot that I rescued you from the wilderness and that we're not just two friends having dinner. But please, do tell me what you remember. You and your partner were camping in the woods until something attacked you. Well, there are bears and big cats around this place. You are lucky I managed to find you. But I didn't see anybody else, I'm sorry. Hey there. There is no need to worry. You're safe now. This place has grade A security. Nothing is coming in or out. Who knows? Maybe your partner may be closer than you might have expected. I'm sure they'll turn out one way or another. Try not to worry. It won't do you too well. Those must be the people I was telling you about. Let me just take this. You stay here and finish your pie, okay? I'll come back right away. And also, please don't go wandering, alright? This house is big, and it's easy to get lost. You wouldn't want me coming looking for you. Coming together perfectly. And I think our guests will find this experience unforgettable. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I found a few wandering nearby. Let's just say they'll love the taste. Oh dear, what are you doing in here? Didn't I tell you to stay in the dining hall? This isn't a polite way to repay your host for snooping around like this. It's disappointing, really. Oh, all those stuff? Well, I just found in the woods, abandoned. I assumed someone just threw it out and I wouldn't want my grounds to be littered, so I took it back with me. Bloodstains. Well, maybe they got hurt and left it behind. Now, let's not jump to any conclusions. Think about what you're saying. Why would I be the one who attacked you, and then with the kindness of my heart take you back here, clean your wounds, house, and feed you? You must be tired and confused. Perhaps your mind is playing tricks on you. Let's just go back, okay? This is my final warning. Just drop all this and come back. You really want to know? Very well. Let's put an end to this little charade. Yes, these trinkets belong to your dear partner. And yes, I lied about finding them. You two caping in the middle of nowhere? Come on now. That's practically an invitation. You're wondering what I did with your partner? Well, you don't have to look far. They were with us the whole time. They even joined us for lunch. My dear, for all the things I lied about, this is not one of those. You chased them yourself after all. There's that face I was looking for. The face of a person who found out where their food comes from. Your partner was exquisite, might I add. They were made for a truly memorable meal. Oh, but I am telling you the truth. You tasted it yourself. That pie you enjoyed so much, that was your partner. Every bite, every savoury morsel. You consumed them. You loved it. A monster. Oh, come on. That's a bit harsh, don't you think? I'm just refined. I don't just hunt for sport, my dear. I elevate it. I turn it into art, into an experience. I'm not just a hunter. I'm not just a chef. I'm a cannibal. My guests are cannibals as well. They crave it, and they appreciate it unlike you. But don't worry, soon you'll appreciate it as well. You too will be a cannibal. What do I mean? Oh, you're here now, aren't you? And I'm offering you something a few ever get. A chance to join me. The rise above the mundane. To understand what it truly means to live. Think about it, my dear. You could be a part of something extraordinary. I saw it the moment I found you. At first I thought you'd be like the rest. Another hunter, another meal. But the more I watched you, the more I realised I couldn't. You're too perfect to waste, too exquisite to devour. How could I ever reduce something as extraordinary as you to a mere dish? No, you're too precious for that. Perhaps I'm sick in the head, but tell me, is it really so wrong to treasure something like this? You loved your partner, and now they're a part of you. Isn't that poetic? So don't fight it. Accept it. Join me. And together we can create something beautiful. Just say yes and I'll show you what you've been missing out in entirely of your life. You would rather die? You don't mean that, do you? Don't worry. We'll have plenty of time to change your mind. After all, you're not going anywhere. Oh, my dear. You slipped out of my grasp. Running, really? I thought we were better than this. You're only making things harder for yourself. Like I said before, no one gets in or out of this place. I'm sure we can talk this out civilly. But it's a hunt you want, then it's a hunt you'll get. I'll admit you're making me work harder than most. But let me give you a little advice. You can't hide from me. I know this house like the back of my hand. Every creak, every shadow, it's mine, and soon you'll be as well. You really should be thanking me. I've saved you, didn't I? From the woods, from whatever miserable existence you were dragging yourself through. I took you away from that life, from a partner that didn't even appreciate you enough. And now all you have left is to be with me. You're so quiet now. Good. That makes it even more fun. I always enjoyed a good game of hide and seek, but all good things shall come to an end. Found you. You still put up a fight. That's what I love about you. So much spirit. But now, the game is over. Now then that's done, we still have a dinner to finish. Sorry for tying you down like a dog, but you kept struggling. I won't let you go until after you learn to appreciate the gifts I've given you. Let's start with this delicious pie I made for you. I worked so hard on this and I'd hate for it to go to waste. Now open wide. Come on, my dear. What choice do you have? You're tied down, completely at my mercy, and think of your partner, your precious, dear partner. This is all that's left of them. You wouldn't want them to go to waste now, would you? If you truly love them, you'd enjoy this. Don't you see? This is how they'll live on, forever, a part of you. And besides, you ate a piece of them already. You are like me, a cannibal. I hate being disappointed, my dear. I really do. It's such a waste when people can't see the beauty in my work. But no matter. If you won't cooperate willingly, then I suppose I'll have to help you change your views. There we go. See, isn't that better? Now that you know what it's made of, you experience the deeper meaning of it. No spitting it out. There. Swallow. That wasn't so bad, was it? You should be thanking me. That most people don't get the privilege of tasting something so unique. It's an honour, really. You know, this is just the beginning. I don't expect you to love it right away. It's an acquired taste after all. But don't worry, I'm patient. I'll start slow, little by little. I'll introduce you to other delicacies, different textures, different flavours, and eventually you'll crave it, just as you'll crave me. You'll understand what it means to truly live. Oh, you've got some fight in you still. Good. I like that. It makes this all the more rewarding. Oh dear, you vomited. Such a mess. But that's okay. I expected as much. These things take time, my dear. Change isn't easy. It's uncomfortable and messy. But I'll help you through it. Bit by bit, bite by bite. I'll reshape you into something better. Let me clean this mess up. One day, you'll thank me for this. You'll see the world the way I do. And when that day comes, you'll understand that you're always meant to be mine. Now then, I must prepare for tomorrow's breakfast, and thankfully, your partner was kind enough to have leftovers. How does a classic English breakfast sound? Full of blood pudding, made by your love. Delicious, right? I am salivating just by imagining it. We'll be spending breakfast, lunch and dinner together from now on, feeding you all my recipes. Not only will you get used to it, but you'll make sure it tastes perfect enough for the next event. And speaking of that, it would be special because not only would you be there helping me out with the cooking, you will also join me as my partner. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I'll leave you to digest that, both literally and figuratively. We'll continue this lesson tomorrow. Sweet dreams, my dear.